Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Well, this is my first live show, but we had the recording for the Eastern weekend's recording just before this show. And I was like, oh, I should have changed my hat or changed my shirt. I didn't. Oh, no, 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 no. I've got amazing guests here, and I don't know how it worked out, but we've got a beautiful, I call him my dancing king from Las Vegas, and then we've got me and two ladies. All three of us are in South Africa. So, Louis, you are truly special because this is the first time ever that there were more South Africans in the studio than any of my shows. So amazing. I cannot wait for you to meet my guest. They're going to blow your socks off. It's going to be amazing, amazing. My beautiful guest and my beautiful, they are ready to inspire us on our topic today is emotion. So my title is Mood Canvas. How is your mood every day? How do you feel every day? Um, I don't know if you know that story where that little girl has got well, she's got a good side and an anger side. And for the life of me, I could not now remember the animation video, the name of the Disney Channel video, but it will come to me. But all of us have emotions. How is your emotions? Somebody asked me the other day, Sanet, you're always joyful, you are always smiling. I said, yes. I try to have pockets of happiness every day because it will make up for the sadness, some pockets of sadness that I also get. Because my grandchildren are in New Zealand and I cannot see, although I see them on WhatsApp, I cannot touch them. I cannot play with them. Yes, and then this grandma on this side from the earth is so sad because she cannot be with her grandchildren. So yes, but mostly when I woke up, I will say, thank you, my God, for another day to love and to be loved. And my day is just spectacular. I would love to ask you to take 3 deep breaths with me. Then I am going to play my sponsor's video, Jose Escobar, and then my guest will be here. We've lost one lady already due to internet failure, but I know she will try her best to come in again. Are you ready, my beautiful ones? Here we go. Take an in breath in, exhale, another one in, exhale, last one in, exhale. I want to say thank you to my beautiful Jose Escobar for being the sponsor for the show. Here we go. Okay, it says error. Let me just click on something else.
Is Jose Escobar. I live in Washington, D.C. area. I'm a family man. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, author, and speaker. I have communities. I support people. I'm a servant leader, and the list goes on. And I'm primarily the CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. That's my bread and butter. That's my core offer, right? That's where I put most of my time and energy. And the Connected Leaders Academy is a growing community. It's a tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. We're now over 350 plus members, 42 states across the US, and 17 international countries. If you're an entrepreneur out there that's looking to grow personally and professionally, scale your influence, develop your skill sets, move the needle in your business, more money, more clients, right? This is the community for you.
Thank you, my beautiful Jose. My guest is here. My guest is here. I am truly excited. And in general, I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you, my beautiful one. So, my beautiful Dorette, if I can start with you, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what emotions means for you?
Yes, my name is Dorette, and I live in beautiful Eiserfontein on the west coast of South Africa. And emotions for me are it's quite a big thing. So when Sanet, when you said we're going to talk about some emotions, I went to Google and I asked Google, what are emotions? And Google came up with a long thing, and it eventually said there are no scientific consensus on the definition. And I thought, well, that leaves it wide open, a bit too big for me. So I'm just going to share tonight, a little later on, with you what my view is on emotions. But I think emotions is it's part of what makes us human. We are not only physical beings, we are also spiritual beings, and we are mental beings, and we are emotional beings, and it all is in a holistic approach. It forms part of who we are as human beings. Some of us a little bit more emotional than others, but who's counting? But yeah, I think emotions are, and I'll get back into that later a little bit. But I think it's very much of what we think is where our emotions come from. So I will be talking about the mental side of emotions later on.
I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Dorette. My beautiful Ingeno. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what emotions means for you?
Afternoon. I'm Anjana Lala. I am your midlife designer coach and happiness pro and transformation expert on your midlife journey. I'm a very emotional being and very sensitive. So I dance with emotions on a daily basis. So my mood definitely dictates how I do things, the way I feel about things. So for me, dancing with emotions is a daily part of who I am. It's a big part of who I am. And it also makes me a very sensitive person, being highly, highly emotional. And emotions are expressed differently by different people. For some people, it's loud and wonderful and dramatic. And for others, it's quiet, gentle, suppressed, hidden. So it just depends how you see emotions. And the main thing is how you express them. So I like to use the term dance with emotions.
I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Ingeno. And you've also sent us a message, beautiful pockets of happiness. I love it. Before I go to Louis, I just wanted to say to all the diamond beauties out there. So, my beautiful diamond beauties, this is our Mrs. Wednesday, Mrs. Spots, our beautiful diamond tea party host, Anjena Lala. Every Wednesday, she is having a safe space for you to be seen and heard. So please come and join her on a Wednesday and come and experience one of her tea parties. Thank you so much, my beautiful Ingena. My beautiful Louis, my dancing king. Every time I had a coffee chat with you, you made me feel the most important person in the whole world because the way that you treat me, the way that you dress, and the way that you just being you. You are truly a remarkable person. May I ask if you can introduce yourself and tell us what emotions means for you?
Well, my name is Louis Barr, and I'm a seven-time world champion in ballroom dancing, and I'm also a public speaking choreographer. I help people to speak and to present themselves on stage much, much, much better. So I like when Anjana said she's dancing with emotion or dancing in. I will do this. For me, that's different. I dance, and that's what every day, and that's the reason I create emotion because That's what I do every day. I dance every day. I teach every day. I coach every day. I do shows every weekend. So that give me the chance to show my emotion and to share with people emotion and create new emotion in their heart and in their head on a different way. As you say, Sanet, um, the people say you're very always so happy and everything. And the people ask me all the time, how can you be always so happy and so positive? And I always say that I don't have a choice. My blood type is B positive. So
I need to do this, ladies. If you have shades, we can definitely do this. This was
you
amazing.
can match. It's all
I
blues.
love it. And you know what? I'm also be positive. I'm gonna tell that to everyone. You are amazing. I must just tell you, my beautiful Louis, with all the videos I have seen that you have done, with all the pictures, with everything, because I follow you very much on social, because you are an inspiration to me. On my bucket list is to be able to see you with my own eyes dancing. So I know it's going to happen. I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, my beautiful Louis. I'm going to
Absolutely.
come back to you, Dorit. Before you're going to tell us about a little bit about emotions, can you please tell us how are you serving the world?
How I what?
And now it's for Dorette, my beautiful Louis. I wanted to tell us how she's serving the world. What is she doing to inspire other people?
I see it.
So I would say, I'm passionate about empowering specifically women, and lately women in their midlife, because I'm in my midlife now, and I know, I resonate with what midlife women goes through, and we're going to talk about this later. But I think we get to a stage in our lives where we become a little bit more fearful and a little bit more doubtful the older we get. Certainly, with myself, I'm not the courageous and brave person I was when I was 20. I'm a little bit more careful and a little bit more fearful these days. But I feel that's something that holds us back often, and I'm passionate about helping women to overcome the fear and the doubt and the limiting beliefs and the negative self talk and all the things that hold them back, so that they can step into their power and become the people that they're meant to be, and the empowered women that I think that we absolutely need in this world today as well. And I think there are so many women who just still hold back, and they're playing smaller than what they're supposed to or what they're meant to. And my purpose, it feels like, is to help those women to step out and to become the people they're meant to be. So
Wow.
that's how I serve. Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful Doreen. So, my beautiful viewers out there as well on the tons and Nigeros that beautiful Louis is a part of, and the two of you, Dorette and Ingeno, you are a part of the Diamond Beauties Forever. If you want to connect to any of my guests, please do so everywhere. I've posted on the show notes on E360, the show notes, as well as everywhere I've posted all the details is there. So please connect with my beautiful guests. And Jenna, can you please tell us how are you serving the world?
Ah, okay. I'm also on the midlife journey, same like Dorette. So it's amazing that we connected and we're on the show together. It was meant to be. I serve women that have Generation X that have been brought up to be people pleasers. They were brought up to sacrifice themselves to keep the family together, keep the harmony, and on top of that, to break the people pleasing patterns and to learn to put themselves first. And at the same time, when they were brought up to be the people pleasers, the fashion industry and the beauty industry were also teaching them that aging for women is a bad thing. So, this whole anti wrinkle, anti aging campaign that the beauty industry and the fashion industry advocates campaigns, put ads out there, unrealistic standards, unrealistic expectations of women. I'm on a journey to break those labels, to unbox those labels and frames and whatever you want to call them, and for women to create their own life tailored for them, designed by them, for them, that will suit them perfectly like a perfect outfit. Uniquely you. That's how I serve. Yes. It's a
I
big
love it.
mission. It's a very big mission. And I'm on this journey to break all this anti-aging, anti-wrinkle campaigns.
Wow, I love it. Louis, isn't that amazing? Because everywhere you see young, young, young. And yes, that's amazing. So, my beautiful Louis, if I can ask you, how are you serving the world? I know through your shows, but you are doing so much more. Please tell us a little bit more, please.
Well, I'm serving the world by trying to show all of you ladies that there are better version of men that unfortunately the one that you see. I work with women every day. I've been working with women for the last 50 years of my life. And I always praise all the women around me, starting with my mom. And I adore my wife for 25 years, and I'm crazy in love with. Every day I wake up by this woman. It's incredible. I cannot even believe she's by my side. My daughter, she's pregnant right now. She's gonna give me a grandson, and I try to understand that she has nothing to worry. She has a great husband anyway, but that I'm here for her as well. So in 50 years of teaching, I can tell you something that I heard so many different things for women. Because, when you're a dance teacher, you're also a doctor sometimes, and they tell you a lot of different things that sometimes you don't want to hear. And trust me, I know things that I'm not supposed to know. And what I always did, I always tried to make them understand that that's what I will react, because I'm a man who understand women probably much better and respect them extreme a lot. But this is how a typical man will react. So it's not your husband who does that. It's all the men who will react this way. So don't think that your husband is upset or he just have an attitude or he's a jerk. Sorry for the expression, but it's because this is what unfortunately how 80% of the men will react to. So I try every day to serve by being a better connection between men and women, and make them understand a lot of women. And that will finish on this. It's very good, Dorette, when you say that you work only with women. But I think you're missing one point right there. If you want to work better with women, you need to be sure you have regular brainstorming, discussion, deep discussion with men to understand and put them on the discussion, because men don't want to talk. They stay in their cave and they don't want to talk. But if you can talk about this, I have no problem to talk about racism, about black people. My son-in-law is a black guy. So and the same thing about women. Why do you think that men are like this? What, men are pig, whatever you want to say. And I say, all right, explain that to me. And I create a better connection to make understand that maybe you need to talk to your husband and ask him this way rather than this way. Does that make sense? So I try to be a better connection. That's really what I'm trying to do, to be sure that, unfortunately, there is such a, ladies, I always say, you are trying to be equal to men. I have a little bit more ambition. You are much better than that.
Yes. Beautiful. I love it. So, my beautiful Louis, if you now have got somebody in front of you that is very emotional, do you've got a tool or a trick to help the lady see it in a different way, and then also not cry, continue to cry? Do you have something that you are doing to help ladies with that? Because I'm sure, like you said, you get a lot of ladies that tells them their stories, and I'm sure the tears is always there.
Well, I'll tell you something. I think that today it's very weird to say what I'm going to say, but today we have a tool which is very, very, very big all over the world, is the pandemic. Because the consequence of the pandemic for a lot of people was absolutely dramatic. People died around them. You lose some loved one. Some people lost all their money. Some people really, And I think that it's you can use that as a tool to make them understand. I said, "Are we? You talking to me right there? You're so sad and everything. Are we taking a dance lesson right now? Are we on the dance floor? I mean, I can tell you that the pandemic, there are a lot of people, their life is completely changed. No more dance lessons, no more fun, no more things. They have to get back on everything they do. They lost the people and everything. So just realize that actually you're healthy. You can afford to take dance lessons. And you know that in front of you, you have a man who has so much respect for you and going to make you feel the queen of the planet for the time that I'm teaching you a dance lesson. You know, but I think the pandemic is a very good tool to remember the people that they're still alive, they're still healthy if they're in front of you. They still can afford to do what they're doing right now. You know, a lot of people lost almost everything. And that's the reason some people, I don't like to say it, but kill themselves because they didn't have anything anymore, no battle. You know, so I use that a lot to make them understand that, I got COVID. I basically died. And my wife brought me to this planet. She's a doctor and she brought me back to this planet. She's a doctor in Oriental medicine. So she does only natural thing. And I was up there. I saw my body and I said, what the heck is happening? And my wife was crying. She said, you cannot leave me like this. Go back, I need you. And I did. And trust me, I learned a lesson extraordinary that day. That health is the number one, and we're here to in this planet to love each other. You know, God said, love each other. He doesn't say fight with each other. But you're always going to have some people. That's what they're looking for, and the media encourage this as well, which is very sad.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I talk too much. I want to be sure those ladies have other things to say. So.
No, please, that is wonderful. Thank you so much from your point of view. I think a lot of people don't want to mention COVID because of that was so dramatic. And you actually bring it in as a tool to say, but you are still here. I love that. But before I go to it, may I ask you another question, Louis? Can you tell us how many different dances can you do? I would really love to know.
Around 55.
Oh, I didn't even know there's so many dances. Ladies, did you
There
know?
are so many dances, yes. Yes. Around 55 different dances, yes.
Wow. So, Louis, I would love to find out what it is because the rumba, the samba, then when you look at Dancing with the Stars or the British one is let's let's keep dancing. You learn a lot of them, but I mean I didn't know there is 50 more than 50 dances.
Yeah,
Wow,
you don't see all the dances on Dancing with the Stars. They call me a couple of times to choreograph something for them, and so I work with them. But there are also a lot of other dances which are supposed to be on stage over there were very, very entertaining, and then they're doing it. And I don't even talk about the fact that I did a lot of all those dances on the skate before because I was an Olympic ice dancer. Then I skate for France. So before even I was on the floor, I was doing all those dances on the ice.
wow. You are amazing. You are amazing. So there was a lot of women that said, "Oh, they cannot wait for the dancing king to come and speak to us." So they are so happy you are here, my beautiful Louis. Thank you for being here. Is it your phone? It's okay. I've just mute you. My beautiful Doreen, if you can tell us what did you wanted to tell us about emotions, I would think that will be amazing to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, so Sanet, I sat down and I thought about it, like I said, I went onto Google, I Googled what is emotions, what are emotions. And then I thought, because it's so wide, let me just tell you how I see it. So yes, emotions are what makes us, is part of what makes us human. But where does it come from? Now, and this is how I see it. There's an event, so something happens, and in that moment, we judge that event and we decide whether it is a good event or a bad event, whether it's positive or negative. Once we've made this decision, we then have a thought about it or some thoughts about it. And it is the thoughts that we have about this event that eventually causes the emotion. So, for example, say now you're driving along the highway or the freeway and someone cuts you off. Immediately you make a decision. Was that a good thing or a bad thing that happened? In this case, a negative thing, right? You then have a thought or some thoughts, and you in that moment you think, how could this person, how rude, what if I made an accident, what would have happened to me? He could have, he put my life in danger. So you're having these thoughts about it, and that then causes the emotion of probably anger in that moment. And then the same for the opposite, someone brings you flowers, a loved one brings you flowers, and you judge the event, the moment, and you decide it's a good event, it's positive. And that brings on, and then you have a thought, and you realize, well, you think this person loves you and they care for you. And that then brings on the emotion of feeling loved, feeling gratitude. It's a warm feeling. So again, it's the thought about the event that causes the emotion. So if we then think about it, it's we feel what we think. And, I think it's our natural state to feel good, to have positive thoughts, to have positive feelings. And that should be where we spend most of our time. But then, yes, we often have the negative thoughts as well. Like, for a moment when you get cut off in the traffic and you have that anger, the anger comes up. Those are quite healthy too. We need the negative thoughts as well. So I don't really want to talk. That's not what I want to talk about today. But and this is what I deal with, especially in my sessions, is the negative emotions that linger a little bit longer, that stays with us a little bit longer. That feeling when you wake up in the morning and you feel sadness, and it lasts for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. Sometimes it can last for years. Now, those emotions are the emotions we need to look at. And I believe those negative emotions, the ones that stays with us for a period of time, longer than what they're supposed to, are warning signs. These are warning signs that tells us, wait a minute, there's something wrong. There's something in your life you need to look at, because something causes these negative emotions to stay with you, which is not, like I earlier said, it's not our natural state to stay in these negative emotions. We're meant to spend more time in the positive emotions. So, we all know that physical pain is a warning sign that you can get hurt. So the example of putting your hand on a hot stove, and within seconds you feel the physical pain, it makes you pull away, and it will, it prevents you from burning and from potentially damaging your hand. And it's the same with those negative emotions. We need to see those longer, lingering negative emotions as warning signs that we need to go and sit down. If you wake up with anger for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and you're just angry all the time and everything makes you angry, and the smallest little thing, and everywhere where you go, anger is your emotion, your dominant emotion. You need to go and sit down and really think about, where does this anger come from? What is the root cause of the anger? It's not just the little things that happens all day long. There's something else that's wrong, or not wrong, but that's not right in your life, and that's what you need to do. So I think these negative emotions tells us that we need to look at what's going on in our lives, so that we can change it, we can transform it, and we can bring ourselves back to to a positive place where we're meant to be.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful one. So somebody has some clocks. I don't know where it's coming from. So, so it's not me. It's not me.
I'm
It's
not
not
sure.
me.
I thought you're ringing a clock because you're telling me to stop talking.
No, no, it's not me. It's not me. So, my beautiful Doreen, that's so amazing because that story that I I thought it was Inside Out, but then I thought, oh no, I mustn't say it because then I can remember. But
Yeah.
I love the story of Inside Out where that little girl had the different emotions and where the anger just wanted to, and the positive
Yeah.
one wants to make everybody happy. So I love that. Thank you so much. Can you please tell us what is your favorite golden nugget from what is his name? Ford, the golden nugget that you love to use, yeah?
Yes. So Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. And I absolutely live by that because, it's the story we tell ourselves. And we are our own mental blocks, and we are our own blocks in life. If we think we can't do something, it stops us from even trying, from even attempting, and it just, you cut yourself off from the possibility to even be anything. So if you just simply decide that you can't do something, then of course that's how it will be. But if you say that you can do it, I feel life has a way to then bring you the opportunities and bring you the possibilities so that you can actually do it. So that's just a quote that I absolutely live by. And I use it in all my sessions with my clients. It's whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. And I want my clients to think that they can. And that's the work that I do. We want to cut off that last bit and we want to say, I can. And that's how I work with my clients.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna ask Ingena also, what is your golden nugget, and then how are you helping women to get that plan of their designer plan that fits them like an outfit? How do you get that? How can you showcase that to a lady?
Okay. In order to design your own outfit, and the first step is to get in touch with yourself. That's why I like to call it dance with your emotions. We, at a point when my clients come to me, their feelings are a consequence of childhood conditioning, social conditioning, schooling, parents, work, traumas. And because I deal with a midlife woman, they've seen life. Life has happened to them on many levels. So the emotions are the consequences of all those experiences put together. So the first thing they need to do, that's why I like my golden nugget. Majority of them are people pleasers. There's a certain degree of people pleasing. And under that people pleasing, they don't know their true voice. They don't know their true self. So what we do is we dance with the emotions to find the meaning of those emotions. And then layer for layer, as we dance with them, they own, and once they start dancing with the emotions, they start owning it. So they own the emotions and they find a true voice. They find a true, unique voice, not the voice of their mom, the teacher, who the first teachers were. They find their own unique voice. And once they do that, they can design. Then they decide what is meaningful. What is the meaning of life for them? What is the meaning to be them? Then we design. Once all those layers are gone, they see the perfect fit. Perfect. It's like designing a outfit. What color they wanted. It's a beautiful design. They want it short. They want it long. Do they want it snug fitting? Do they want it this? That's how their life is. It's like, and every woman loves that perfect outfit. Think of that perfect cocktail dress or party dress. You need to have formal outfit. Everybody wants to look pretty. Well, woman wants to look pretty. So that's how they view their life. My golden nugget is to dance on your own rhythm and beat. So, yeah, that is
I
my
love.
golden nugget. That's how I work with clients, is to the belief system, what they believe about themselves, and more about meaning. What meaning do they attach to life? What meaning do they attach to relationships? What meaning do they attach to define everything? And then we work backwards. The judgments. I like what Dorette says. It's that feeling of being judged on so many levels. And Dorette, it's amazing you're using the word judge, because the article this month I wrote for Sanet magazine is OMG, how could they? Da 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 da. Okay, so everything is just it's incredible how all the topics just are coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's this whole feeling of being judged on so many levels. And but yeah, I can carry on talking, but anyway, it's about feeling judged on how you judge yourself, and how is it your voice or is it the voice of outside at the end of the day.
So my beautiful Ingenia, last month you wrote an article for the Diamond Moment magazine. Oops, I did it again. I cannot tell you that song was in my head the whole time. 2 weeks later, oops, I still did it again. I was like, oh, can you just leave me, please? I want to be left alone. So I hope I'm not going to have the same reaction with your beautiful heading that
No,
you're going to give us. Thank you for
no, no,
giving
no,
us
you
an
won't.
article every month, my beautiful one. Can you believe we are doing issue 8 of our
Wow.
beautiful magazine? Wow, cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm doing article number 8. I also can't
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah. Louis, she didn't even know she is a writer, and she does beautiful writing for us. So we are so excited. My beautiful Louis, can you tell us? I know that you did a lot of practice in the skating or in the dancing, and when it was your turn to perform, because you and your partner had done a lot of practice before, what emotions there must still be emotions that you went through. So how did you deal with the emotion, and if something went wrong in your the process or your dance in front of judges, how did it make you feel? Or maybe it was your partner, and how did you get that moment get right and just continue? Oh, Louis, sorry, I did mute you, but you are
Yeah,
welcome to talk. I've unmuted you. Yes.
yeah. I'm sorry because somebody is texting. That's my wife computer, and somebody is texting all kind of things to her. So that's the reason it's ringing, and I'm sorry about that. Um,
No, that's okay.
so what you need to understand is when I was 12 years old, I was the shyest kid on the planet. There was no possibility to find somebody more shy than me. I had no friend. I was that thick. I was in school. I was so bad because I was afraid of everything. And one day, I went to the ice rink with as a field trip, and there was a coach who was there, and I asked us to do all kind of things. And I was doing all kind of things, of course, because I had to follow what the coach was saying. And the coach asked me, and he said, "Wow, you good? You're doing that already as your sport?" And I said, "No, I never skated in my life. That's the first time." And he said, "Well, you should do that as your sport." He said, "Oh, I don't think so. My parents don't have. They cannot afford nothing. You know, I mean, I was saying all kind of things to be sure that I would not have to be on the front." He called my parent that night and he said, "I met your son today. Your son is very talented. I want to take care of them for a whole year for free." And understand that this coach, he was in 1973. He was the world champion in 1969. So he was actually a big guy in the industry. And it changed my life. You talk about emotion right there. Coming from shy, I had to perform, I had to learn how to skate in front of a crowd alone and just feel like it was okay and it was comfortable. So I start to develop some muscles and some confidence. I start to ask more questions in school, and my whole life changed because of this. And now I'm the one actually who just perform in front of 40,000 people and feel like, oh, that's where I belong. You know, I feel good about this, and I like to perform, and I love to perform. And I would think that probably one of the biggest reasons that I love to perform, if we talk about emotion, is because I know where I was when I was shy. Even 50 years later, I still know where I am when I was shy because it was very, very, very difficult. I was not able to do anything. I was afraid of everything. And when I have some ladies or some kids, because I love to work with kids, and I see them shy, I'll give a special attention to those people to make them understand that, okay, let's bring a reality you'll see. I'm going to make you feel like, hey, you belong here. Everything is okay. And a lot of time that changed their life because I understand how to work with people like this because I was like this. And even if I perform all over the world and in both ice skating and dancing, uh, for me, that's probably the biggest emotion is to satisfy the people, to entertain the people, try to bring them on stage with me sometime. But above all, see the smile on their face and make them understand that, hey, I'm not here to say, hey, I'm the star here, and no, I'm just the opposite. I always, after a show, I always do some greeting and whatever the people wants to do, they want that I take pictures with them or whatever, because I think it's very, very important to realize that we're human beings like the other one, and we are, when we're performing, we may be the people on stage who are very impressive, but at the end, we are just people who are just need also, we need that as well. You see a lot of superstar like Jennifer Lopez, all the stars, they have all the paparazzi around them. Sometimes they would love to be able to walk in the street and not be aggressed all the time by people. And I'm not on that level, but that happens so often that some people recognize me in the street and they say, "Oh, I saw you in Dancing with the Stars," or "I saw you there." I say, "Oh, well, thanks a lot." Yes, it's so you see, but giving to the people the pleasure to see something. I always put humor in my dancing. Always put humor. And the reason I can tell you actually the reason I'm 7-time world champion is not because my technique maybe was the best all the time. It's because when the things to become a world champion in dancing is very unique. Is because you are judged by human being. Usain Bolt is an absolutely incredible guy, but he ran with the watch. If the watch said you run too slow, you're too slow. But me, I have to be sure that when I come on stage, I'm prepared. My hair are done, my outfit are done. My wife looks gorgeous. Well, that I'm very lucky because she does. She has a fantastic dress. She has the tans. The skin was a little bit more tan, so she put some fake tan or whatever. Her makeup is perfect. We have a good chemistry on the floor. We're performing well. We entertain. We have a good showmanship, respectful to the other. It's the whole package. We are starting with 200 couples. And at the end, they pick up one to say, "You're the world champion." So
Wow.
we are, you see what I'm saying? So we have to convince the judge, yes, we are the world champion. We belong there because we work on every single details to be sure that for your eyes, we are the most fun. And I saw people, I can tell you there are some dancers that I like the technique a lot. Technically they're down to the millimeters of the foot. But they are so boring to watch because they have no facial expression. They're not happy. They're not, when I dance with my wife, I'm so in love with her that I'm just, I'm dancing with emotion, Anjana. That's what I do. And I and I absolutely, and the judge, that's what they always tell me. And they say, "We never know what you're going to do. That's the reason that we always keep our eyes on you because we know, what is he going to do this time? Because I'm going to do some fun stuff during the competition. I'm going to take risks because I want to be sure that the people are entertained. And not only that the technique is so well done and perfect. So for me, I always try to be sure that I give something to the judge, something that they never see before.
Oh. Ladies, you must really go and follow Louis and go and see some of his videos. It is
I can't wait to see it.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Louis, can you please tell us what is your golden nugget?
My golden nuggets. That's a very, very good question. I think that I wake up every morning very positive. Even if I don't have. I think that this word is a beautiful word, and I think that the wing that you have behind you are really a perfect demonstration of what it is, and you are, Sanet, a perfectly demonstration of what the word's supposed to be beautiful, to be so sweet all the time, and to try to make the people feel $1 million. And I would say that, you know, Dorrit, I call what you talk about, I call that action reaction. And it's you see it's I'm making it much simpler, action reaction. So your reaction can be negative or positive. And I will always try, if somebody says something bad to me, you're right, anger can start, but that I choose the reaction that I want to have. And because of that, I would say that I create a lot of good response from people. And once in a while, because people cannot offend me, they get mad at me and they don't like me. They hate me actually because they cannot be make me mad. So that's because you know what I'm saying, because I do action reaction. So in the reaction, I always say, "Oh, Louis, that was not good what this guy said. You have the choice. You can do road rage on the side of the road, and start fighting, or you can just slow down, let the guy go away, and they say, God bless you, my friend. I hope you'll find peace in your heart, because I do."
Wow.
Yeah.
You see?
Beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
my beautiful Louis, you've sent me something pains. It stands for positive attitude in negative situations.
Yes,
That's
pains. Yes.
yes.
Pains like the pains that you're in pain. And that's what it is. Yes, exactly. Positive attitude in negative situation. I always use this word saying it this way, because that's what it is. In every situation, you have a positive situation. And I have to say, then I always find that. And I said, I know that the day I'm going to lose my mom or my dad, that's going to be or somebody I love very close, it's going to be difficult to be positive. And I find a way. And I find a way. I lost my mom in 2020, and I say, all right, here the life lessons right there. How can I turn that as a positive situation when I love one of the person that I love the most on the planet? And I find a way. I find peace in my heart because she's better where she is now. And she was deteriorated too much. And she had dementia, and I say there was not her. I lost her already 2 years before she passed away. So I think that in every single situation, one more time, like Dorrit said, action reaction. You have to find the reaction. We're going to make it good for you, and as well good for the other people. Don't think only about you. I mean, think about the general idea about behind it. And I think that create a thing that people, you become a magnet, because the people wants to be around you because they feel like he's always smiling, and she's always look at you, Sanet. You're always smiling, with your beautiful hat and everything. And all both of you ladies, to see you smile right there. Well, there we go. I get my action reaction.
Wow, amazing. So, my beautiful guests, can you believe our time is almost up? We've got 2 minutes left. I'm going to ask you, what is your forever song, Dorrit? What is your forever song?
I don't know. I think the first one that comes to mind is "I Want to Break Free" from Queen. I don't know
Oh,
why that's
one
I
of
wouldn't
my
say,
favorites.
but it just came to mind now.
Thank you so much. We still need to do a dance on your forever song. My beautiful Engena, what is your forever song?
My forever song is "Can't Stop This Feeling" by Justin Timberlake.
Wow, I love it. And my beautiful Louis, what is your forever song?
How Deep Is Your Love from the Bee Gees.
Yes, yes. We had such a beautiful dance, me and Louis. So, and my song is "Walking on Sunshine." And Louis, can you remember? You said, "Okay, now we dance on your song, Sanet. On my song, now we're gonna dance on your song." You were the only gentleman that have said, "No, no, 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 stop the lorry. I want to dance on your forever song." And I was, wow. I love Louis. Ladies, can you see why I love this man? He is truly amazing. Wow. So we've got a lot. In Jenna said, action, reaction to duality of life, love. eat paint and walking on sunshine. It's great. Wow, thank you. So, my beautiful ladies and Louis, thank you so much for being here. We had such an amazing show on emotions. And I love our title Mood Canvas because you can paint your canvas any way you want to paint it. So I want to ask you, will you have a dance with me? Oh, wow. Wow. My beautiful audience, will you have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Let us play. Here we go.
Walking
Ah,
in the
Louis.
sunshine.